Gaslighting perps. Right. This company's been gaslighting me for a long time. Mark, his shape-shifting eyes, yeah, glassed over when he was in my home. Placed in my flat door, didn't ask if I wanted it open or closed. So this email came through, before I called in. Well, he called me back, I got put through to him. Because of what he said as the key remarks. And the gaslighting by that young female called Faye at 8:30 this morning on a private mobile number. Didn't consent to that. And her early emails. I didn't mention nothing about what was delayed for 3 months. And Beth, she lied to me last night and then claimed, give me a call. I never said that. Gaslighting me. Twisting words. And of course they booked in the same in this area. Apparently the warehouse in this area is closed over Christmas period. And apparently the two he mentioned, I've got audio and evidence and the stream evidence. He specifically said in my flat, there's 2 motor parts, motors for my wheelchair waiting in the warehouse. And what should happen, that someone should inform somebody else that the parts are in and offer me an appointment for the engineer to come out and fix them. But no, for end of 2021, a day's been the one who used to work for Millbrook Healthcare Limited Group on the wheelchair department. Yeah, he used to be fine until they changed over to Blatchford Limited Company for the contract in this area. NHS England, a limited company, head offices in Leeds. It's a private care contract, and he kept saying every time, haven't they fixed the back door yet? It's this communal door. And then he will say comments about my private dwelling. Haven't they fixed your door yet? He's being used as an agent to spy on the conditions of my flat for this housing company. So, I wasn't aware that he, in the summer, since August the 8th, 2022, I got an email by Beth confirming that as soon as he's off from holiday, I'll be emailed to offer an appointment to get these leg extensions. And then they are doing investigations about the motor to change over the faulty motor part, they claim, and send it back to Infocare UK Limited, head offices in Wales, makers of the part, and replace it with a part that is safe. So I'm driving around, with a faulty part on my wheelchair. On the left side, again, it goes faulty. So, of course, my email was, the out of hours number yesterday. I thought it was that, and it weren't. It was someone's personal mobile number, and she's on holiday, Beth. And, but automated emails, since my last email chasing everything up on the 17th of the October 2022, she couldn't be bothered to get back to me. What if she's working at home? She could email, or she could get a colleague to email, and she couldn't be bothered because they got to her too, and to make sure I'm being messed about with again. There's no such thing as an investigation going on, because they wanted me to have that accident on the 14th or the 8th, 2022, because in 22nd July and a Friday 2022, the same day, he had fixed that wheelchair. What did he not do in the van in the car park when I couldn't see the banging and hammering going on? Meant to fix the wheelchair properly then, but he had to come back, and I had the accident beforehand. So July, he fixed it. By literally 2.5 weeks later, I'm having that wheel come off my wheelchair, and I could have hit that road, and the car could have hit me, and I wouldn't be here. Personal injury, put my life at risk, you bloody demons. And then, of course, here we are now. Yeah, so all these days past this so-called pagan Christmas, I've had nothing but the trauma-based mind control, gangstalking, targeted program, constant, horrendous, big time. This is a Satanist agenda is what they're doing. I can't show you all personal bits and bobs on this email today. So basically the video, the email was dated today's date and at 10 to 4. He left here very quickly. He wasn't here than less than 20 minutes. And he told me, first comments were, oh, if I use the wheelchair outside, and he did say the 2 motors on the wheelchair and the rear levels are loose. The levels on the attachments are loose. And if I use it outside, they get disengaged and I'll have no brake and the wheelchair be out of control. Be no way to control the wheelchair because it's not engaging in the brake system. Yeah, I said because I was concerned my fridge is broken and I need to get some food, i.e. just things I can't freeze to cover me, until they can get the repair done next week. He said I have to wait from up until Tuesday the 3rd of January 2023. So that's a good 7 days away still. And I'm going to know what I need. And I've got no means of getting it either. And I've got no fridge. I can't order anything online for that kind of stuff. I know, always hacking. And then he says, he'd advised me that it's best not to use it. I said, what about just going outside? Taking the rubbish bag out on the path. Yeah? So I don't have a stinking rubbish bag left in my flat. And it's just that way. He said that should be okay because he saw the car park on the path by the back door here. And said, so then he said, I said I need a confirmation email for the appointment next week. And he went off. Then I got concerned. How the hell am I going to get food? And what about my gas, electricity? If the snow's due, I've got no means of getting that. Okay, so I thought a clarification I should be offered. But I've got no use for my wheelchair that I use 24 hours a day unless I'm bedbound, right? And they have a duty of care to offer a temporary replacement electricity, powered electric wheelchair at least, duty of care. So I called up and the woman, call centre called Faye, she's just an admin, young girl, she had no idea, and she spoke to the same guy apparently. She said, oh, I don't know, hold on the phone. Got the recording, what she said. She was gaslighting me on the phone. And she apologised for calling me at 8:40 a.m. And seemed genuine at first. And then put me through to suddenly this engineer Mark. And then there's a voice message instead. So I left a voice message with that very number I said not to use. What a gaslighting perps you are out there. And then he calls me back. So the second comments on the phone, he says, well, oh, it's safe to use as long as you are not on rough ground. And he says that their IT system is on green, showing what order parts of wheelchairs do or on a computer system. But that's what he could see. He couldn't see the dates when the parts have been left in that warehouse. And then he says, as long as you're not on bumpy areas, cobbled paths, And I said, it's a steep path up the hill on the right and same coming down. I was concerned if the brakes will work and I go slowly up and down due to the motor parts he was claiming what's wrong with them and due to my health and safety. Oh, you should be fine, he says on the phone. Okay. That was 4:20 today. But then this email. Hi. As advised, on visit. He doesn't mention today's date. I've done an email to correct him. If you use your equipment and go over, he says equipment, he doesn't say the wheelchair. See how they're trying to cop out if I have an accident? And go over rough terrain. What type of rough terrain? It's not what he said to me. And your motor may, see how they use their words, become disengaged. They're trying to get out liability. And he says, I have booked you an appointment, and a quote for next year, to fit both motors with Dave. He doesn't know how. If it's going to be taken away from my private area, and I'm left waiting all day, and they're going to find another fault, yeah, and try to get me out the flat that way, because that's what they've been doing all year. Right. Scheduled. Let's have a look. Okay, it's not showing up. How convenient, isn't it? Why is this scheduled one not showing up? Because it got sent already. Thank you for your email. After I sought to confirm what you said, i.e. both motor parts left in this area, I won't say what it is, warehouse, where it is closed at Christmas time. You're unable to access parts. I inquire the safety use, i.e. to local shop, as I need the food, as my fridge broke too yesterday. You had implying, as long as I do not drive the medical loan wheelchair on bumps, I said I use it slowly on path. I said it's uphill, up the path and down too. Concerns I raised. And you advised not safe, so best not to use the wheelchair, i.e. out of my home. Offer repair not till next time, i.e. the 3rd of 1st, 2022, Tuesday, and you kindly were to contact administration department to book it in. I'd required a confirmation email, and thank you for that, Mark. Then I inquired a temporary loan wheelchair to use as my safety, my physical mobility too, after you left, due to your comments, i.e. electricity wheelchair, the powered one. The agent Faye kept you in area office. Call Centre Limited Company is Blatchford Limited, had implied she'd notice short. I said, I'm highly concerned. Yet then she put me through to you, Mark, without confirming if the temporary loan wheelchair be offered. Then, Mark, you changed your advice of your comments on the phone today at 4:20 p.m. to imply the wheelchair is safe to use, and the wheel shall not come off this as long as I keep even to the even paths. I'll be fine. The point is, you said rear levels loose, the levers is meant to say, could disengage and cause loss of brake, and this lead to an accident and my safety at risk. This email don't make sense because they're never monitoring me as I'm doing it. The wheelchair be out of control. So now totally confused into what is the correct facts. I do not want again to suffer personal injury as I did on the 14th of the 8th, 2022. Now I am put at great disadvantage of loss of ability to use a mobility wheelchair till next week. By his comments. Kindly confirm the key facts so it is clear by email as soon as possible. Thank you, without prejudice. Yeah? It's not clear. So I can't go anywhere. I doubt whether they respond to that. So it's gone to Beth, who originally failed to get back to me for 3 months, like they had done before, previously, beginning of this year, end of last year, beginning of this year. At the beginning of the year, it was 5 months delay. I mean, chasing it up. The standard servicing on the wheelchair. Yeah, and then it's gone to the call centre, the standard generic email, and it's come back to me, my copy, and to Mark, copy too. Right? At 9:15 at night, 28th of the 12th, 2022. This is what it's all about. Oh, comments, what the hell? See how they're messing about with my neuro monitoring, get me stressed out. Educateyourself.org and learn if you want to what NK Ultra trauma-based mind control is. Organised gangstalking and freemasonry interlinked because it's all real. And this is just again because Dave used to work, as I said, what a company, and that company 2 years now is blocking the occupation therapy offer of equipment services because these setups by this housing company are using their Freemason connections, and one man perp right opposite me and all the other perps living around here are brought in to do all this gang stalking and everything else that goes on. So this is just one issue, yeah, on top of everything else that's going on still. Signing out.